Rob with Rockdale Construction, coming to you guys from Avondale, Ohio. Today's project is removing and replacing this tern-coated metal roof. At the wall here, you can see the counter flashing is mounted low to the roof deck. The panels are actually bread panned at the wall. Those are two fundamental mistakes we're going to talk about, and we're going to show you how to do it correctly. Here in the middle of the roof, we got ponding water and ponding water down below me. We're going to talk about what we do to alleviate that as well. We're going to be doing a double lock standing seam, 1.5 inch tall seams with a European half round gutter going all the way around this roof. We're going to show you how to properly execute the installation on this so that this roof will have a long service life. You guys sit back and enjoy the show. Let us know at the end of the video what kind of questions you guys have and what you want to see on future videos. Enjoy. If you come in here and look, this is molding right here. Okay, so again, this solves another issue where homeowners want to have that decorative molding, okay, underneath. And then, you know, if we do a fascia mount, there's no possible way we can get around this molding without dropping the gutter all the way down below it. And so this is just an absolutely superior system. This is what the Europeans have been using for several centuries now, and they've perfected this already. There's really nothing that we can bring to the game to perfect it any further, just because they've been doing it for so long. And so I try not to reinvent the wheel. I would rather look to a nation or a group of people who've been doing this for a long time and
work off of their knowledge rather than try to reinvent the wheel, so to speak, like some of the manufacturers have done here in the States. Other than that, T-style drip edge. We can see our leg is all the way down into the gutter. This prevents any splashback. And we've ice and watered our roof in. We've got our bar stock hangers that have been routed into the decking so this stays below the surface, and we don't have to worry about the screws or the hanger ghosting through your new metal roof or potentially putting a hole in it. And then what I use for my waterproofing, this is the FT synthetic underlayment right here. This has corrugations in it. You can see how the squares are actually dry. The water goes into the corrugation and it weeps out from underneath of the roof. That's moisture control for condensation, which does occur underneath of the metal roof. And this is one of the only underlayments that does this. And on small projects like this, I'll use this in place of doing a compound batten system, which is what I normally do on all my roofs. So this is appropriate for smaller situations where water doesn't have a long distance to travel to get out from underneath of the metal. And I caulk and seal all of the headlaps when I put this on, because we don't want any capillary action from any standing water that's going to happen. Turned out very beautiful. So we're going to go through a couple details that we've done here to make this type of roofing suitable for a flat application like this. What we've done is we've put a foam backer rod in the middle of the panel that goes from the eave to the wall up here, and that forces a crown into the panel. So we've actually got a high point and the water falls off to the sides just like this. And these grooves help facilitate that flow. So any water coming down the roof will be caught in these grooves and sit down to the seam where the water will stack and then eventually push out over the edge of the roof here. Our intersection here with the wall pan is a standing seam, okay? This entire seam is actually backed with sealant where everything locks together. And so this will be submerged underwater at times during heavy downpours, so we want to make sure we're protected inside of that seam. The same goes for the sweep over here coming down the wall. Over here is my kick out. You can see that's all one piece of metal, and that's just going to prevent any water from getting in between the gutter and the wall here. Our counter flashing is mortared in. It's a very important critical detail. Other than that, those are the key details I feel like in making this roof function properly. As long as these roofs are put together intelligently, they can function under a wide variety of situations, including a flat roof like this. We had a good rain this morning. You can see there's very little, if any, ponding on the roof, and this is going to be able to function for a very long time for this client. And that's the thing that we care about the most, is that we get longevity out of the metal. And the good news with this roof is because we took the extra time to carefully construct the seams on this, this roof will last for as long as the galvalume that's underneath this paint. Stuck my hand right in the freaking paint.